In this series, we're bringing you snack-sized movie morsels to munch on.
What was that?
Single recipes for tasty treats to eat along with your favourite characters.
Food snack.
Fasten your seatbelts. This is Snack to the Future.
I am Bella Baxter.
This is the story of a young woman on a voyage of discovery to find custard tarts.
How do they make the pastry so crisp?
Luckily, you don't even need to leave home. Get ready to inhale them with gusto.
Delighted.
So nuns and monks would starch their clothes with the egg whites and with the yolks make these tarts. Now how to eat them?
I will guess through the mouth.
They must not be eaten dainty flake by dainty flake, but inhaled with gusto like life itself.
Incredible. Who made this? Be more.
Pre-lamination, the dough is very simple. Just take 150 grams of plain flour, season it with half a teaspoon of kosher salt, and then go in with 100 millilitres of ice cold water and give it a mix up. Once that comes together as a dough, we want to rest it for half an hour so it becomes easier to handle. The dough is pretty sticky, so we need a fair bit of flour. Once you've got yourself a nice rectangle shape, it's lamination time. I've got 120 grams of very soft unsalted butter here. Take a third of that butter and spread it in a thin, even layer across your dough. Keep about a centimetre around the edge butter-free. Fold the bottom third into the middle, and then fold down the top third. There's no shame in chucking in a couple of extra folds to get a more manageable shape. And then we go again. These thin layers of butter in between the dough will create air, and that will give us a crispy, flaky pastry, like a croissant. And then for the third and final layer of butter. And then tightly roll the dough up into a sausage. Trim off the rough edges and then get it wrapped up. The dough needs to chill in the fridge for an hour or two minimum, but ideally overnight. We're kicking off our custard with a sugar syrup. 100 grams of sugar goes in with 100 millilitres of water. This syrup is going to flavour our custard, so we're going to hit it with the zest of a lemon and a cinnamon stick. Bring that up to a boil. Get the syrup off the heat when it hits 100 degrees. If you don't have a thermometer, you're looking for it to be bubbling away and all the sugar to be dissolved. Grab yourself a bowl and go in with 2 tablespoons of plain flour and a little milk. This slurry is going to thicken the custard when it cooks. Once it's smooth, slowly whisk in 150 millilitres of warm milk. A teaspoon of vanilla paste goes in, and then strain in the sugar syrup to remove the lemon peel and the cinnamon stick. Once the mixture is cooled and under 55 degrees, go in with 4 large egg yolks and a pinch of salt. You will have noticed that this is very runny, but worry not, the custard will thicken up once it's baked. Grab a measuring jug and strain the custard to remove any lumps. I like to use a measuring jug so that the custard is ready to pour into the pastry cases later. The custard needs to be cold when it goes in the oven so it doesn't curdle when baked. Slice the pastry into even rounds. For my tins, this makes 16 tarts. I'm going to be using classic deep Pastel de Nata tins. These ensure the perfect crunch and pastry to custard ratio, but you could use a muffin tin. There are some different receptacle options linked in the description box below. Pop a pastry round into your tin of choice, and you want to press and stretch the pastry from the centre out to fill the tin. Grab your chilled custard and fill each tart to about 3/4 full. These need 15 to 20 minutes in a hot oven preheated to 250 degrees fan. They're ready once the edge of the pastry is browned and the custard has that quintessential mottled blackened top. And that's all, folks. Pastel de Natas. You can find this and all our other recipes on our website, linked in the description box, along with any equipment used in this video. Remember, the first rule of Bite Club is, you talk about Bite Club.